my beautiful friends, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a wonderful morning. This is Nova Gnome Creations, and I'm Nova, and I am so happy to see you guys this morning. I have some really exciting things going on today, and that is that last night I stumbled upon the yarn deal of a lifetime. But first, it is WIP Wednesday, so let me know down in the comments, what are you working on today? I am going to be working on several different WIPs that I've got going, which is going to be this Hollow Knight, which is what this head is, and what this horn is. And there's also, in a project bag, the beginning of the body. I finished the legs, and I just started... after connecting them, just started working up the body, so I've got to work on that. And then I also pulled out ye old blankets that I had started doing with this offset Trinity square, which I will have the tutorial for this linked in the description. It is by Cozy Rosie Crochet, or Cozy Rosie UK, I can't remember. So my husband was like, hey, whatever happened to that blanket that you were working on for me? And the ironic thing was, I had literally just been thinking about it. We were laying in bed, and I was literally laying there thinking, man, I need to work on those granny squares. So I had one that was like halfway going, and I got up and finished that in the middle of the night last night, and did a little bit of organizing over here because I got some new stuff yesterday. So there is my WIPs. That is what I'm going to be working on today. I'm going to be kind of spreading out amongst a couple projects. There's also a couple other things I'm working on, but I'm not going to mention them here. Not yet anyways. So what kind of coffee or tea or whatever your preferred drink is are you having this morning? Really? That sounds wonderful. In my mug this morning, you may have seen at the beginning of the video, I am having some peppermint mocha creamer with a salted caramel mocha coffee, and then a marshmallow whipped cream and a little sprinkle of cinnamon. And I like to froth my cream, so that's what the frother is when it gets all like foamy kind of looking. That's what that is. So that is what I'm having this morning, and I'm having it in my Central Perk mug, which is my friend's mug. Just makes your soul sing. So guys, you're all wondering, I know it, I hear you wondering, what did I get? Okay. So first, let me tell you a little bit about what's been going on. So, my birthday and my anniversary are next week. And as my present from the hubby, I was gonna get some yarn. So I've been looking and stalking all of the yarn websites, and I was on like sites that I've never ordered from before, like Hirschner's, Michael's. Yes, believe it or not, I've never bought yarn at Michael's. We don't have a Michael's, and I've never ordered from Michael's before. So I was looking at Joann's. I wasn't really looking online at Hobby Lobby because I knew I knew their sales were going to be like their normal 30% off. But what I was trying to find was Black Friday sales, because I was like, next week is Thanksgiving, which means Black Friday, which means sales. And I'm like, Black Friday yarn sales? So I was like scouring the internet these last few days, just kind of stalking things, and there are good sales going on like pretty much everywhere. Hirschner's had some good sales going on. Joann's has some good sales going on. I think Michael's had some good sales going on. I can't quite remember, but everywhere I looked, there were some pretty good sales going on. So I was like, I don't know where I'm going to get my yarn from. And I was even considering going, like, out of town a little bit and going to a different town and like looking at their Joann's and Michael's and stuff. So I wasn't sure what I was going to do yet, but, and then I knew I wanted to go to Half Price Books. So if you don't live in the South or wherever there's Half Price Books, I'm not sure if they're only in the South. I don't think they're only in the South, but I do know that they don't have them in Michigan, which is where I'm from originally. Well, we have Half Price bookstores like all over here, and so within like an hour driving range, there's like a whole bunch depending on which direction you go, and you could probably go to like 6 different Half Price bookstores. And I was wanting to go and look for crochet books because I actually never thought to look for crochet books since I started crocheting at half price books. So I was like, yeah, that was the first thing I asked my husband. I was like, so for my birthday / our anniversary, can we go to half price books? So I had these plans and ideas, okay, already in motion in my head, but they weren't like solidified yet. I was still trying to find things. Well, yesterday I was on Facebook. And to give you some context with the Facebook thing, I have been, the whole time I've been crocheting, I have been stalking the marketplace. So if you don't use Facebook or you're not really familiar with it, Facebook has this thing called the marketplace, which is where people list things that they want to sell. It's kind of like a big online garage sale. You take pictures of stuff, you post it, you say, hey, I want this much money for it. A lot of people ask ridiculous amounts of money for things. And that's basically what it is. And like, it's expanded now into like people ship things, and it's kind of like, almost like eBay. But you can also filter it by local. So I always look locally on the marketplace trying to find the yarn deal. And what that is the really, really good deal that I always see people in the crochet groups come across. They're like, oh, I was on Facebook, or oh, I was at a garage sale, or oh, you know, this or that and a t'other. They just stumble into a really, really good yarn deal where someone's either giving away tons of yarn, or they're like, hey, take this tons of yarn for like nothing. And I'm always sitting there like looking, and like I've seen people be like, oh yeah, I got 30 totes of yarn for, I don't know, $100. And they'll be like, yeah, I had to have my husband and my dad bring their trucks and like load them up, and now my sunroom is full of yarn totes, and my husband's mad, but I'm so happy. And I'm over there like, 30 totes of yarn? So I've seen several of these types of posts over the year, and like in my local marketplace, I don't ever even see yarn for sale. And I'll like expand my search out. I'll be looking at like an hour away, and I'm looking at it, and you know, that's where I start to actually see yarn. But it's never like those types of deals, you know, it's never those like, okay, get in the car, we're going, like this person is selling the metric ton of yarn for like nothing, or like this person's giving away the metric ton of yarn. So I'm just always kind of stalking through there. And anyway, I was on Facebook the other day, and I just popped on for a second because honestly I don't really spend a whole lot of time scrolling Facebook anymore. I usually just kind of pop on here and there, but I make a point of searching on Marketplace, you know, like every now and then for yarn. Well, I popped onto Facebook, and I was just scrolling for a second to see what's going on, and I had a recommended Marketplace post. I'm assuming based on, you know, my search history that they see that I've done on Marketplace. And it was that somebody today, aka last night, or yesterday, at the time it was afternoon, had posted yarn. And the picture was like a big bag of yarn, and I could see like Hobie yarn, like the whole top layer was like Hobie yarn. And I've never had Hobie yarn, but I've looked at it before, and I'm like, that's nice yarn. And it said $40, 50 balls of yarn. And it was like $50, but then it was like marked out, like they lowered the price, and it said they just posted it today. And I was over here like, that can't be right. So I'm looking at the post, and apparently they had several different like lots of 50 balls of yarn. So like you wouldn't necessarily get what's in the picture. It would be random, but it would be $40 for 50 balls. So I was like, I messaged them. I was like, is this $40 for 50 balls? Like, I just couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe I was reading it right. And they were like, yeah. And I, at the same time, while I was waiting on them to respond, I went and looked at their seller profile, and they were selling like a whole bunch of stuff, like just a ton of stuff. And one of the things, I absolutely lost my mind. I have not found it. I literally lost my mind yesterday, and I will never have it again. I don't know where my mind went. I'm so like blown away by this, and you guys are all gonna die. You're all just gonna flip out, okay? It was a whole bunch of crochet books. They had a listing with a whole bunch of crochet books, you guys, for $30. And I'm not just meaning like random little like booklets. There were a couple little random booklets in there, but I mean like crochet books that were on my wish list on Amazon, including the one that I've literally put in my cart like 15 times, like contemplating getting, but not wanting to like spend that much money on it right now. I've literally put it in there and taken it out like 700 times. It was in there amongst a bunch of other books that I've also seen, like other YouTubers have and stuff. $30 for all of them. And I want to say if I remember right, there were 20 crochet books, I think was how many there were. Now, some of them are like booklets, but don't worry, guys. I'm not going to tell you about it and then not show you. We'll get to it. So I was like messaging them again. I'm like, is this $30 for all of these crochet books? Like, I just couldn't believe it. And she's like, yeah. So I was like absolutely dying. And it's not quite my birthday or my anniversary yet. So I'm messaging my hubby. I'm like sending him screenshots. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is what I've been looking for. This is like the yarn mother load. And not only the yarn mother load, but even more so these crochet books. This is like a ton of amazing crochet books. Like, they shouldn't be this cheap. You don't understand. Like, and he does understand because like I talk about this stuff all the time to him, so he knows. So he's like, yeah, go for it. And then so that put us at $70. And I had been planning to spend $100 when I ordered yarn, or you know, whatever. I went to Half Price Books and went to the yarn store and all that. So I was looking at other stuff she had listed, and she also had some like little like soft shell box things with soft yarn. I think she said like thick soft yarn or something like that. And I zoomed in and I could see that it was like all Parfait Chunky, which is that chenille yarn that I like to use for plushies. And I was like, hey, can I get this too? And it was $40 for that. So that would have put me at $110. And I was like, hey, I'm like, you know, looking to like get to 100 because we're gonna go to the ATM, and that'll make it like, you know, even 20s and everything. Would you take 30 for this? And she's like, that actually sold already, but I can make up another one if you don't mind, like the soft like box things being different colors. They're just gray now instead they were like pink before. And she'd like make up new other ones, and I was like, yeah. So I got those too. And they ended up not being like all like the types of yarn that were in the picture, because in the picture it was like all Parfait Chunky, which makes sense because she sold those ones. But I really like what was in there anyways. So are you guys ready to see like the yarn haul of your life? $100 for everything I'm about to show you, including the crochet books. Guys, I'm literally reeling. I'm so happy and so excited. I can't believe it. I literally can't believe it. Okay, so I'll stop talking now and start showing you guys where the money is. So here is half of my $40 part, the 50 balls of yarn. Let me find the zipper. You guys, you're gonna lose your minds. You're gonna lose your minds. And that's why I'm sitting in this like weird way, because I'm gonna use my desk as my spot to sit the yarn after I show it to you. Okay guys, so I've actually never had ice cream yarn. And I've looked at ice cream yarn a couple of times because some other channels use it, and I'm always like, oh, that looks so pretty. Primarily Happy to Hook Creations. Lisa likes to use ice cream yarn. And so I've looked at it like a bunch of times, and also I just like the name of it and the theme of it, and the colors are like bright and coordinated and stuff. I'm gonna be using ice cream yarn. Are you guys ready for this? Okay, so first up I have this ice cream yarn cotton blend. This is in lime, and I don't know which ones of these are discontinued. I don't know how old they are. I know nothing about them, okay? So this is 47% cotton, 53% acrylic, and it is 225 yards or 100 grams for people who go by grams. Here's the detail. I'm not going to go into all of this detail for every ice cream yarn because it should all be the same other than the colorway, but here's the specs for you guys. It's a 4-weight yarn, and it recommends a 5.5 millimeter. So this one, I love it. Look at those colors of green. I just love the way they do that. And like tweed is like my favorite. I really like tweed. I don't know why. I'm just like super drawn to tweed yarns. Which I didn't even know they were called tweed for the longest time. I'd be like, you know, like the like speckly, like I was trying to explain it. So if you've been here for a while, you probably heard me trying to explain that I loved tweed for a long time without knowing it was tweed. Then there's this one, which is the colorway of orange. And that is gorgeous. And then we've got this one, which is the colorway of strawberry. I'm double checking. I think that other one, yeah, okay. I wanted to make sure the second line is in a different language. So I was about to be like, strawberry phrases, because it says phrases underneath of it. And I'm assuming that's strawberry in another language, probably like French. Look how pretty that is. I am so excited to use these. These are gorgeous. I love that one a lot. Okay, so that's 3 different colors of ice cream yarn. Then we've got grape. Oh, look at that. I can't, you guys. I can't even. That is beautiful. And the yarn and everything, it smells good. It's clean. I was just smelling it because I like hadn't, you know, like, yeah, it smells good. It's clean. It came in this bag that I showed it to you in, this purple bag. Like, it was well kept. So then we have this one, which is blueberry. I love this color right here. This is like my favorite blue. I love it. Oh my gosh, you should see this pretty little splay on my desk. It's gonna end up being a mountain by the end of this. All right, and then I've got lemon. Oh, that is so pretty. Ah, I'm literally passing away right now. So pretty. Okay, is that all of the shades? No, that's not all of the shades. All right, we've got chocolate. I literally love all of these. Oh, so pretty. I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna cry because I'm so happy that I found a deal like this. And like, it wasn't just a good deal. Because this was my way of thinking. I don't know what I'm going to get, but even if it was Dollar Tree yarn for $40 for 50 balls of yarn, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter what yarn it was. I would still be getting a good deal because my husband said that it broke down to like 88 cents a ball or something like that. So I knew it was still like a good deal, but I didn't expect to get like, this is all like good yarn. Okay, so now I think I'm into just extras of the colors, and over the course of this bag and the other bag, there is more ice cream yarn. So I will just, first I want to show you guys, let me show you what this looks like over here. I'm moving my whole tripod. Trying to figure out the best way to do this. It's hard because I have you guys attached to a tripod. There you go. Is that not beautiful? Okay, let's see. Are y'all good? I haven't given you shaken no me syndrome? Okay, so there is my little like splay of different types of ice cream yarn. Now I'm gonna start stacking it. So this one's still even in the wrapping, not even opened. So I'm just gonna stack the ice cream yarns. And I will show you other yarns. So I've got this blue, which doesn't have a ball band, and there are quite a few in here that don't have ball bands. let me fix this wrapping a little bit better real quick. So here's this blue. Then I've got Lion brand cotton. It's Lion cotton. 100% pure cotton, worsted weight. It's just, you know, a partial. And a lot of these are going to be like something kind of like this, which is totally fine by me. I do a lot of amigurumi and stuff, and I'm fine with working with scraps. Then I've got one of these floppies. And it is, I love this yarn in the colorway of Sun Gold. Beautiful color. And then in that same kind of color, I have Lion brand Basic Stitch, which is their like anti-pilling yarn, I believe. Actually, this one might be their regular yarn. Sorry, the ball band is like coming off and I want it to come back on all the way. So this one is 100 grams or 219 yards. Machine washable and dryable, 100% premium acrylic. It's a 4-way and it recommends a 6mm hook. And this is the shade of Saffron. Gorgeous. And that is Lion brand Basic Stitch. I'm super excited for these too because a lot of these are yarns that I've wanted to try but I haven't tried yet. So that was really cool too. This is Red Heart Super Saver in the color of Dark Orchid. It's a 4-way, recommends a 5.5, and is 100% acrylic, machine wash and dry. Look at that color. Isn't it beautiful? So beautiful. That is gorgeous. The stack is beginning. And then I've got another purple. And this is, I love this yarn this time. And this is the color of Grape, which I have bought this several times and used all of it. This was in my mandala blanket, my first mandala blanket. And then I have Red Heart Soft. And this one is a older skein, you can tell. Woo, it's falling at me. And they got it for 99 cents. And it is the color of Grapevine. And I'm not really going to go into details on the rest of it because this is very clearly an older skein. So who knows if they make it still or if it's the same. But that's what that looks like. My husband was like, this is kind of like cool looking but also ugly at the same time. Because he pulled out each one to show it to me when we got home. And I just, you know, was like fangirling and dying. Alright, and then I've got this one without a ball band. And then I got some more cottons, which you guys saw that I made my first washcloth yesterday. So I was really excited to get some more cottons. This is I Love This Cotton in the colorway of Apple Green. And that is, let me focus you so you can really see the yarn. That one is 180 yards or 100 grams. It's 100% cotton. Recommends a 5.5 hook and it is a 4-weight yarn. And there's the details on that one. And then this was my first Karen Simply Soft, which I see this yarn a lot, but I've actually never had it. And like the fact that I haven't tried so many of these types of yarns just shows that I don't have access to like all the different crafting stores where all the different yarns are. So I mostly use Hobby Lobby yarns or Red Heart Super Saver. But this one is Karen Simply Soft. It looks like it's probably an older band. But this is in the colorway of Pumpkin. And I'll just show you guys the specs in case you're interested. I think this is probably an older band though. Beautiful color. It's got like a little bit of a shine to it. I'm gonna go ahead and just put that one back in here because we're almost done with this bag. It's almost emptied. Then I've got a floppy of this spring green, and I actually was trying to find this yarn when I was making that little green man, the little alien from Toy Story for my nephew. I was literally trying to find this yarn, and I was trying to find somewhere to order it online, and I couldn't find anywhere that was in stock. Like, they had it on Amazon, but it was like out of stock at the time. And I couldn't find it on Walmart's website. Like, I couldn't find this anywhere. So it was kind of funny when I got that. But that's just Red Heart Super Saver. So same specs as the other Red Heart Super Savers. And then one more bandless ball. Alright, and then I'm going to put most of these back, but I'm going to leave all of the ice cream yarns so that I can put the other ice cream yarns from the other bag in with the ice cream yarns that are already there, just because I'm curious. I want to see how many I have of each color and stuff. And obviously I'm going to be working on putting all this away today, but I am also excited because all of the yarn that I got came with storage for it, so I can also use the storage that it came with to store yarn. I try to have like all of my yarn really easy to look through, so I'm gonna do my best to put yarns away in my little plastic cubbies. I think that's all of the ones. Yep, that's all of the non ice cream yarns. So I'm gonna do my best to put away and like organize them, because I try to like organize them by like type of yarn, like the weight of the yarn, or I have like a cube that's just like baby yarn, stuff like that, which is mostly all Hobby Lobby clearance yarn because I stocked up. And then here is my second bag. You guys, I wasn't kidding when I told you about this mother load of a deal. I hit the mother load. I was literally telling that, I think that's what I said to my husband. I was like, I hit the yarn mother load. And he was at work, and I'm over here like flipping out over this. It was so funny. Like, it was so like meant to be. I'm moving this closer. It was like meant to be. Like, I literally wasn't even actually looking. I wasn't on Marketplace. I was just on Facebook, and they were like, hey, have you seen this recent posting? And she had just posted all this stuff that like afternoon. Like, it was afternoon at the time, so I was messaging her like probably right after she posted it, because it tells you like posted today. And I was like messaging her, like making sure I jumped on it. And my husband actually went right from work. He went to the ATM, and then he went right over there because he was going to pick me up. But then when he looked at the address, he noticed it was 3 minutes away from where he works. So it was like, it didn't make sense for him to come get me. So he went and picked it up, and he said he was nervous because when he got there was another lady, and he was like, she was wearing one of those like crocheted like things, and I was like, a shawl? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, no, that's our stuff. And she was there picking up stuff too. It was so funny. I also thought it was so funny how he described her as being like intimidating, because like she was clearly there for the yarn, because she was wearing a crocheted shawl. It was just hilarious. Alright, so some more of these, which I believe these are both great. Yep, these are both great. So I've got enough of these to do some damage with. Super duper excited. Here is another grape. This one is ball bandless, but I can tell that it goes with those ones because it looks just like them. Balance that on there. And then I've got this one is Yarn Bee Soft Secret. This is the colorway of Mushroom. I've actually seen this colorway before. 300 yards or 170 grams, 100% acrylic, 4 weight, and where's the crochet hooks? Does this not recommend crochet hooks at all? I've never seen that. I've never seen that before. There's no crochet hooks. No crochet hook size recommendation. I'm not just like missing it. I'm not like crazy, am I? It has knitting instructions. Not that it really matters. I'm like, I don't need that, but what in the world? But yeah, This is Soft Secret, and it's like a shiny, metallic-y kind of color. And then this is kind of like that spring green that I was showing you, but this is Mainstays. Wow, this is really soft. And they just call this green. This is 100% acrylic, and I can see that this ball band, their little like trademark thing, says 2018. So that might give me an idea of when this was bought. This one is 397 yards or 198 grams. It's a worsted weight yarn, and it recommends a 5.5 millimeter hook. And it's machine wash and machine dry. Are you guys having fun with my yarn eye candy? And then we have Red Heart. And I'm assuming this is like a shipping label. It's in the colorway of Amethyst. And it's, you know, just the regular Red Heart specs. Pretty purple. Kind of a floppy. Here is another floppy, and it's like, what happened here? This is I love this yarn yellow, and it's in the colorway of yellow. Something interesting I've noticed that they do is they like tape their skeins smaller to try to make them stay on. This yarn is gorgeous. I was so excited. Let me find one with a ball band. Okay, so I got 3 of these, and this yarn, I literally was like flipping out. It's so pretty. Let me focus you guys so you can look at it while I tell you about it. So this is Karen Simply Soft. Karen Simply Soft Party. It is 85 grams or 164 yards. It is 99% acrylic and 1% metallic. It is a 4-weight, recommends a 5 millimeter hook, machine washable and machine dryable, and it is in the color Silver Sparkle. And I absolutely love it because look at the sparkles. They're rainbow. Isn't that so pretty? And I got 3 of them, so I'm excited to come up with something to do with these. A lot of these will probably find their way into amigurumi, but those are really pretty. They are one of my favorites for sure. I got some more ice cream yarn and then a partial skein of ice cream yarn. Let me try to put that on the bottom since I'm trying to keep the ice cream yarn together. Let's see. I'm gonna like kind of empty one side of my little tote over here so that I can put them back into here and start separating out the ice cream yarn. So I've got a ball bandless white, a ball bandless ice cream yarn, another green one. Put these pretty rainbowy sparkly silvers back over here. I got an I Love This cotton in the colorway of Burnt Sienna, and it is red. This one has a copyright age of 2010 on the ball band, so that could just be this last time they did copyright stuff for it. But then I've got a ball bandless yarn. They're not the same color, but I do feel like they feel the same, so this might be a cotton. Another ball bandless white. 2 more ice cream yarns, which I think these are the last 2 in there. Another I Love This cotton. I love this one. It's so pretty. This is I Love This cotton print, and it is in the colorway of Sunshiny. And that is what that looks like. That is so pretty. I love that. And then the last one that's in here is another one of those Karen Simply Soft parties. And this one is in the colorway of Purple Sparkle. Wow, I love sparkle yarn, and these are really pretty sparkle yarns. Eee, I love it. Okay, time to put all of the ones that aren't ice cream yarn back in here so that I can see how many of those I got. I am so excited still. Like, I literally was so excited to come go through this again, even though, like, I went through it already last night with you guys, like, all night. I was like, okay, let's go. Let's go. I'm ready. Okay. You guys can kind of see it already, but... there is the MOTHERLOAD. Is that not beautiful? Okay, let's see what we've got. So we've got... how do I look at these? Okay, we've got 3 greens. So 3 greens. And then we've got 2, 3, and 4 purples. So that puts us at 7 in total so far. Trying to fit them in here. Making sure I leave some wiggle room for the other ones. And then I've got 2, 3 oranges, which puts us at 10 ice cream yarns. And then I've got 2 strawberries. Yep, they are called strawberry. That puts us at 12. I've got 2 and a partial of the blueberry. But I'm just going to count it as a whole one. So that puts us at 15. I have 1 yellow. Was that called yellow? Lemon. 1 lemon. So 16, 17, 18, and this one is like a partial, but I'm just going to say 19. So I have 3 of this, what is this color called? Chocolate. For a total of 19 skeins of ice cream yarn. No way! How freaking cool! So that is... this part of the yarn, guys, that I just showed you was all in I'm like speechless, guys. I'm stuttering. It was all in for $40. I paid $40 for all of that I've shown you. If I had had more money, I would have bought more of the bundles because I'm like, this is such a good deal. They're like 88 cents a piece if you break it down. At least that's what my husband said, and I'm just going to take his word for it because if somebody else wants to math for me, I'm not going to second guess their math. So, all right, that is the first part. Let me clear all of this away and move on to the second part. This is going to be a long video because there's that much stuff. Okay, guys, so just because these are so heavy and I don't want to have to try to lug them all around to show them to you, I put them all away. So here is my crochet book collection now. So as you can see, it absolutely exploded. Obviously, some of it is stuff that I already had, but a lot of it is not. So let me just kind of show you what we've got. So I got the Whimsical Stitches book, and I will have to show you these like one at a time when I work from them and stuff because there's just so many. I wouldn't have time. It would take me like hours to even give you guys an idea of what's in all of them. I'm super excited for this one. I actually saw people using this 100 Snowflakes book on, I think it was Facebook. I'm not 100% sure. I think it was Facebook. I saw people using that, and I looked it up because I wanted to get it, and it was like really, really expensive, at least on Amazon. It was like not actually listed for sale by like a reasonable seller. It was like $200 or something stupid. So it was just like crazy that that was in there, because I had just been telling my husband when I searched for it on Amazon like maybe a week ago, I was like, I wanted this 100 Snowflakes book, and it's like $200 and something on Amazon. I guess it's like out of print or something. So I was really excited because that's literally the exact book that I had been looking at. So you guys will definitely be seeing that in here soon on my channel. I got crochet rag dolls. Here, I'll kind of flip this so you guys can see the fronts of them. So we've got Whimsical Stitches, which you guys have probably seen this one on Llama Mama Kayla's channel, probably other people's channels too. 100 snowflakes to crochet. Make your own snowdrift to give or keep. We've got crochet rag dolls, 30 animals and friends to snuggle. Dumpling cats, which is just like a silly cute little one, but I actually had this one that I wanted on my wish list. There's also a dumpling dogs one, and they're just like little cylindrical guys. They remind me of Tsum Tsums, if you guys have ever seen the like Disney Tsum Tsums, little plushies. They're like shaped like little loaves like this. So I was like, I'm so happy that I got that. That was just a cute one. The Crochet Donut Buddies, which I have also seen Kayla over at Llama Mama Kayla use, and I was like, and my husband freaked out immediately because there's a Baby Yoda donut, which is this guy, Baby Yoda. Then this is where I was absolutely like, are you kidding me? Zumigurumi 7, Zumigurumi 10, Zumigurumi 5, and this is the one that I have been wanting and put in and out of my cart like a million times, and it's the Zumigurumi Favorites. And I had been wanting this one because there's a koala pattern in here that I thought would be so cute for my niece that's going to be being born sometime in the next couple of weeks, and they're doing like a koala theme for her nursery, or like just her stuff in general, and there's this sleeping koala that's in there, so I've been wanting that, and I could not believe all of these Zumigurumi books, including the Favorites, was in there. Then there is Crochet World, of Creepy Creatures and Cryptids, which I've seen this one too, and that one looks like fun. That would have been fun to have for Halloween. And then I've got two cute amigurumi, which this one was on my wish list too. And it's got like all kawaii, like there's cactuses. I love the cloud and the rainbow. There's like food, ice creams, fruits. So that is adorable. I could stick these back in here now. I'm going to have to try to put them all at the same like depth again. But then I've got my crochet project planner, which I already had, my projects in progress, my modern guide to granny squares. These are more of the ones that I already had, and I'm not going to pull all of these ones out to show you. These are like some of like the books that like I got that are like either little pamphlets or ones that like I wasn't, you know, I was really excited already about these other ones and knew about them already, so I have them kind of separated out a little bit. And last but not least, I've got two of these. This is what I paid $30 for. And I'm not going to pull everything out of these ones because there is a lot more like yarn balls in here. But I've got like a lot of little yarn scrap balls, some retro velvet, which I actually bought some of this a while ago, so I could do this with what I've got. There's a couple of those in here. There's just a skein of I Love This Yarn black and an ball banded white. And then in here, it's just mostly this color I had wanted on the top because I'm going to use that for some Christmas crafting. I was excited for this because this is a nice Christmas color green. I'm going to put it over here so I know where it is. And this is in the color Jelly Bean, I believe. Yep, Jelly Bean. So this one will be good for Christmas stuff. And then there's just a bunch of like little bits of yarn like this. These will actually be great for leaves for my Paopu fruits. So just giving you an idea of what's in this one. And then there's some, I think that this might be cotton. Looks like cotton to me. So that is the gist of what is in there. All right, and moving along to the second one. And are you ready? Oh, I was so excited when I saw this. This is my first anniversary cake. And I have been wanting one of these. And it is really pretty. And look at that big chunky yarn. I am so excited that I got an anniversary cake. Okay, there's nothing under that. I just wanted to sit it down in there. So I've got some more partials of some of this like chenille yarn. Another ice cream yarn stray. What does that put us at? 20, I think. Some more retro velvet. Some more just like unball banded like random yarns. And I think that that's the bottom layer. Yeah. So a couple retro velvets, another cotton, and this black is also retro velvet, I want to say. Yep. So that's what I got. I am so excited and so happy about this. This is what is like going to keep me being able to make content at the rate that I do. I work really hard to like have content for you guys every day, and that takes a lot of yarn. So I know that this probably looks excessive to some people. I know other ones of you are probably drooling and so excited. Other ones are probably like, you don't need all of that, but like I actually go through a lot of yarn. So I am super excited, and I will put all of this to use. I use every yarn that I get, so I find a use for it. I like to, it's actually fun for me to try to find a use for a yarn that I may not know how to use. So I hope you guys enjoyed this haul. I hope you guys are as excited about it as I am. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe that I got all of this for $100, including all of those crochet books. What in the world happened? If you guys see my mind, it's running astray somewhere. I've lost it. It's never coming home. If you see it, tell me. And let me know what you guys are working on. And let me know, have you guys ever found a really good yarn haul? Like a used stash, you know, like something like that. I would love to hear you guys' stories about that, because that is so fun to me. And I will see you guys later. Bye, guys!